Hey guys, happy Thursday or whatever day you are doing this workout. We are hitting up lower body today and we are going to use a loop resistance band to make it happen. So if you've got one of these bad boys, pull it out. If you don't and you've got a regular resistance band, you can tie it into a circle. You generally want, I think this one is about 12 inches, so I don't know, it depends on the resistance. You're gonna have to play around with it a little bit, but make it tighter than looser. And if you don't have a resistance band at all, you can still do the workout, you'll still feel it. This just helps accomplish what we're trying to accomplish. So, without further ado, let's get started. So come on up into standing. You're going to take your resistance band to start and just put it around sort of your mid-calf and then bring your legs out wide enough just so you feel a bit of tension through the band. And then you're going to just start by circling the hips around. And just feel kind of your pelvis loosen up, your low back loosen up. You can bend forward, you can bend back, side to side. And loosen everything up. There's going to be a ton of work going on around pelvis and glutes today, so you want to be feeling nice and mobile to accomplish the movements. If you've been doing the last few workouts, you guys will know my frustration with this video recording. Thanks to some of your help, tweaked my settings again, so I'm hoping I don't have to keep fidgeting with the recording, but stay tuned. If I do, I apologize for the distraction. Okay, I've just brought my feet a little bit wider here. My legs a little bit wider. My feet are slightly turned out. And I'm just gently kind of lunging side to side into either leg. Here, it's a very knee-driven movement, okay? So my knee's driving the movement and my body follows with it. And just kind of warming up the stability muscles around the knees, around the ankles. Should feel pretty easy right now. Just getting that body warm, okay? Now once you're feeling that loosen up, the knees are feeling good, I want you to take the feet a little bit wider so that tension is there. Your band is still well below the knee joint. And then I want you to just push the knees out so that when you look down, you can see all 5 of your toes on the inside of your knees, okay? So here's where my knees want to go. I'm pushing them back. You should feel everything kind of dial up in the glutes. And then in this position here, you're just going to do the same sort of thing. So keep those knees peeled out, and you're just shifting side to side. You should feel much more work through the glutes here. Okay, so even though my knee's still driving the movement, by virtue of trying to keep my knees pushed out, I'm feeling my glutes have to work a lot more to maintain that position. So keep moving through here, still just warming up but with a little bit of spice, okay? A little bit of spice in those glutes. Good. Keep going here. And then I want you to come to one side. You're going to make sure that knee is pushed open, okay? Your arch is lifted through your foot, and then you're gonna pulse here for 10. And here you should be feeling lots going on through the quad as well as in that glute. Really keep trying to push that knee open if you're not feeling the glutes work here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. The resistance band, and why I really like using it for workouts, yes, it dials up the challenge because you're pushing into resistance, but it's actually an amazing cue for the body. The body loves having something to push into to get feedback. And you should feel that when you have to push into that band or open up that knee, you feel the connection right from the foot to the knee to the hip. And when you open up that knee, because most of us sort of cave in through the foot, cave in through the knee, cave in through the hip, you'll really feel the work that goes into the foot to maintain the arch, that the knee is working in a nice linear line, and then the glutes are really having to work, or the external rotators, to keep that hip from folding in. And that awareness is super important, especially as you dial up your exercise. So if you're doing more intensive exercise the rest of the days of the week, these are the kind of like deep stability body awareness exercises that are helpful to keep your alignment ideal. Okay, so now bring the band slightly above the knees, just slightly, like maybe a few centimeters above the kneecap, inches if you're not familiar with centimeters. And then you're going to come down into a little squat. So here the squat's driven by my hips. I'm sitting back through the hips, nice straight back, sitting back through the hips. Once I'm here, push those knees out into the band. So from the front, looks like this. Push out into the band, hold, keep that push out, come up. Squat down, push out into the band, keep that hold, push through the heels, feel the glutes working to come back up. Squat down, push out into the band, feel the arches sort of lift through the feet to do that. Push through the heels and lift up. Good. Keep trying to come a little bit lower each time. Pause at the bottom there and then come up. Good. Down, push, lift. Down, push, lift. Again, body awareness piece. A lot of times with squats, we let the feet pronate or curl in, knees kind of come in towards one another, and then we're not using our glutes. So there's a lot of body awareness, and we're sort of over-exaggerating the movement. Push and up to get those glutes working better for us. The glutes are our powerhouse of the lower body. And for most people, they're not working as ideally as they should. Good, stay in this lower squat position, push out, and you're gonna do little pulses here, out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, you should feel that burn in the booty. 3, 2, 1. Keep the push out, and now pulse up and down in the squat. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay low in the squat. My back is nice and straight, and push out into that band. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And pulse into the squat. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push through the heels, come right up. Good. Take that band, move it down, right onto the feet. So now it is around my feet. I'll lift my feet up so you can see sort of around the arches of my feet. Okay, I'm going to spread my feet out enough that I feel the tension in that band. And the tension, you almost have to work against it because your feet really going to want to sag in here. You got to push out into that band just to maintain a neutral foot, okay? Keeping a neutral foot or keeping your arch lifted is really what we're aiming for. Another way to think of it is if you look down at your ankles should not be collapsed in. So you want to stack your ankles. As soon as you'll do that, you'll see your lower leg kind of rotate out. You should feel a little bit of work, subtle work happening at the glutes. So just feel that and appreciate it of letting your feet sag in and then stacking your ankles and what it does to your knees and hips, okay? It just straightens everything up. So keeping that nice neutral foot position, from here what I want you to do is you're gonna slide a foot out and then only bring it back to where it was, okay? And then the other one, slide it out. This is a lot harder for me on this side. And then just come back to where it was. Don't let it spring in quickly without control and in. If you don't have socks on, this will be a bit tricky unless you're on carpet. Okay, but if you're in bare feet, it'll be a little bit harder. Sorry, I didn't give you a warning for that. Push, and then back in. Try each time to go a little further. Lots of work through the leg that stays behind to stabilize you. Okay, and you'll see you'll have a natural inclination. I can stabilize a lot better on this leg. I don't have to shift my body as much. When I go to move this leg, I really want to kind of tilt over into this hip. Try to minimize that as much as you can. Kick out. Kick out. Oh, so much harder for me on that side. Kick out. Don't let those feet collapse in on either side. Kick out. Good. This time you're going to kick out. Keep it there. And then if you can, little pulses. If it's like really clunky for you to slide on your floor, don't worry about it. What I want you to do here then is you're going to pulse with the standing or the supporting leg. So you're just going to go into that little lateral lunge. If you're able to slide your foot, you do mini slides with this leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, soft knee bend in both legs. 3, 2, 1. Good. You should feel that kind of inner thigh, and you should definitely feel it in your glutes. Other side, kick that leg out as far as you can, and then here you can either pulse with the standing supporting knee, or you can pulse a little bit harder with that sliding leg. Do not let the standing knee collapse in. That's what my body really wants to do to try and give me more support. Really work to keep that foot neutral and that knee pushed out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Keep that band around the feet. And then you're going to stand. You'll see here my knees are just sort of slightly bent. My hips are slightly hinged. Okay, that's my sort of default position. And then here I want you to just sort of pendulum the leg. So your upper body and leg move at the same pace. And it's almost like you're pivoting over the standing leg, standing hip. Back and forth, you just dial things up in those legs and glutes. 8. Shouldn't feel this in the back. 7, 6. If you are, try and come a little bit more into a squat position to do it. And that may help get it into your glutes a bit better. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring that band up. Again, about mid-calf. Okay, guys, I don't want to curse it. I've not had to go over to my camera and adjust the settings, which is very exciting for me. I'm very nervous this is not recording though, because my glutes are burning. I'm not sure I can do a whole nother round of this if this didn't work. So fingers crossed I'm not just talking to myself right now. Okay, feet a little bit wider than hip width apart, slight bend in the knee. So here's our position again. And then you are kicking legs back. Okay, you can do a little bit of a shift to the standing leg. Think of this like speed skater movement, okay? So from the side, we look like this. Really stable on that leg that stays back. Do not let that foot collapse in. Do not let the knee collapse in. Do not let that hip collapse in, okay? So nice and strong through the standing leg. And really powerful through the leg that's kicking back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and done. Good, but we're not done yet. Bring that band right kind of at knee crease, okay? If it bothers you through the front of the knee, it's just below your kneecap, then you can adjust it as we go. You'll kind of get a feel for it as you see the exercise, but if you can, try and keep it in that knee crease, okay? So what you're gonna do here is take a big step forward, almost so that the band forces your back leg to bend and your heel to lift up. The rest of your body is nice and straight, and then what I want you to do here is bend that knee more through the back leg, and then I want you to straighten right into the band. So bend it more, nothing changes with the front leg. Kick back, extend that knee, like lock the knee, feel your glute really engage, your hamstrings work to straighten that back leg. Bend it in and straighten. Lots of work still through the front leg glute to support us here, because there's really not a ton of weight through that back leg. The trick to this though is not stopping here. Really extend that leg back. And you can see I'm hinged forward at a bit of an angle. 7, 6, 5, 4, nice long stretch. Try and get that heel even right down at the end there. 3, 2, 1. Hold that leg back there, and then I want you to tip forward onto the front leg. So watch my body here stays the same. I'm literally shifting my weight from back foot to front foot and lifting off the ground. 8. Lots of work through this front leg glute. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Don't change sides. All I want you to do is move the band down to your ankle. So you still have the same foot forward, same foot back. You're going to shift to the front leg, and then you are curling up that back leg. I like to point the toes. You can flex them if you like. The main thing is that that band stays still. It doesn't slide up or down. And you should feel a nice work through that back hamstring here. 7, 6. Really focus on a neutral foot with the front leg where your weight is. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Should feel a good burn in that leg that was forward. A little bit of work through the back side of that gesture leg, okay? Now, bring your band back up, knee crease, and then you're gonna switch sides. So take a nice wide step forward. Again, my back heel should be lifted. My back knee should be bent a little bit. I'm gonna hinge forward so my body's all on the same line as my back leg. And then from here, I'm bending through that back knee and straightening. Really feel my glute have to contract at the end there. So I'm not clenching it, but as I straighten that leg, hamstrings work, glute is working there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Keep this position, shift your weight forward onto that front leg. Now, a lot of people will shift forward and they kind of lift themselves up. Make sure everything stays the same. It's just your weight that's shifting. 7. Feel that front leg have to take the weight. This is an amazing exercise for weight transfer. So if you're a runner, if you're a walker, if you do stairs, pretty much all of you, being able to transfer weight to one leg on a nice stable base so that ankle should be neutral, not collapsed in. That knee should be right over top of the middle of the foot. And the glutes working to keep it all in line, okay? Really great work here for that leg. 7, you'll usually feel one leg feels a lot harder to do than the other. You shouldn't say that, not always. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one here, 1. Good. Shift that band down. Same leg is forward, same leg is back. Nice wide step here. Shift onto that front leg. Nice long line with your torso and your back leg. And you are curling or bending that knee to bring the band up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, last one here. You're going to take the band. You're going to move it so it is about, 2/3 up your leg or up your calf. Okay, kind of the widest part of your calf. And then what you're going to do here is shift your weight over onto your stance leg. Again, nice neutral foot, knee stacked over, foot slightly bent. Glutes are turned on here, pushing out into that band. Then what you're going to do with the opposite leg is you're going to, actually I'll move that down a touch. You're going to move it back behind your body, like swing it back so you can see it cross your midline, and then you're going to circle it around and cross at the front. Okay, so essentially like we're trying to draw this big circle or most of a circle. I move that way down with this leg. So from this side, this is my body position. And I am circling my body, crossing the midline both at the front and back. My band is not cooperating here. So I kind of lie lower is better for me. Depends on your anatomy. Whew, and this should feel like a ton of work. You've got torque you have to resist through your pelvis. A lot of work for all the rotators of the standing hip. 4, 3, come on, band. 2, and 1. Good. Swap legs here, opposite leg. Again, nice neutral position for all those joints. So slight bend in the hip, slight bend in the knee. And here we go. Keep that ankle stacked, crossing the midline, circling around. Upper body stays nice and quiet throughout this movement. Band is essentially going to go way down to my ankles because higher is not working for me today. 7, 6, 5. Make sure you're not clenching your toes with the standing leg. Slight bend in the knee. 2, last 1, and then let's finish off with a little burner. Keep the band wherever it is on your leg, and you're going to just kick out the legs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, 1. And done. Good job, guys. Hopefully you guys feel super alive and awake through those legs, especially those glutes. And if I can give you any homework, it's to be super aware of that stack position right from your foot all the way up your body. Okay? Not letting yourself collapse inwards through that hip and knee and leg, especially as you start loading your body with exercises and weights and children and groceries and all the things that life brings us. Thanks for joining in. We'll see you next week.